Measurement of variables means the assignment of a numerical value to a variable. When doing such assignments, 4 levels of measurements can occur. An awareness of the 4 different levels of measurement will help to determine the appropriate method of data description and analysis later on. The first level of measurement is the nominal scale. This is good for data that are classified by categories, and the categories have no particular order or ranking. Examples of data with nominal scales are gender, color, and type. When doing data analysis, the computer may assign each color to a number. For example, blue may be assigned to 1, red may be assigned to 2, and green may be assigned to 3. The second level of measurement is ordinal scale. This is good for data that are arranged by rankings, but the difference or the distance between ranks may not be meaningful. Examples of data with ordinal scales are exam grades, satisfaction rating, or golf player ranking. The scale difference between the first and second ranking players might be a big gap, but the scale difference between the second and the third ranking player might be negligible. So no unit of measurement is involved here. The third level of measurement is the interval scale. This is similar to the ordinal scale, but there is meaningful distance between the values. For example, for shoe size, temperature, and dress size, some form of unit measurement is involved. For dress size, XL is bigger than L, which in turn is bigger than M, etc. However, unit of measurement is arbitrary, and the multiples between the values are not meaningful. In the case of degree markings in temperature, 40 degrees is hotter than 20 degrees, but 40 degrees may not just be twice as warm as 20 degrees. Some personal judgment might be involved here. The fourth level of measurement is the ratio scale. This is similar to the interval scale, but contains absolute zero. Multiples between values are also meaningful. Examples of ratio scales are physical distance, the number of people, or interest rate. So 2.25% will provide 225% more than what the 1% interest rate would provide in absolute dollar. Which level of measurement should the following be classified as? For age of students, absolute zero is involved, and the multiples in age are meaningful, so that's ratio scale. For font size, 12 is bigger than 11, which is bigger than 10. So some form of unit of measurement is involved. However, the unit of measurement may not be in multiples of each other, so that's interval scale. For type of housing, data are classified by categories, and the categories have no particular order or ranking, so that's nominal scale. For outside temperature, 40 degrees is hotter than 20 degrees, so some form of unit of measurement is involved. However, the unit of measurement may not be in multiples of each other, so 40 degrees may not just be twice as warm as 20 degrees, so that's interval scale. For number of buses, absolute zero is involved, and multiples in numbers are meaningful, so that's ratio scale. For ranking of schools, data are arranged by rankings, but the difference or the distance between the ranks may not be meaningful, so that's ordinal. For classification of living things into animals, birds, plants, and fungi, data are classified by categories, and the categories have no particular order of ranking, so that's nominal scale. For Richter scale, 9 is more powerful than 7, so some form of unit of measurement is involved. However, the unit of measurement may not be multiples of each other, so that's interval scale. For speed of cars, absolute zero is involved and multiples in speed are meaningful, since physical distance and actual time is involved, so that's ratio scale. As a summary, let's bring all the key terms together using this example. An agency wants to find out the average household size in Singapore. As it was deemed impractical, only 30% will be surveyed. In this situation, 100% of the household is the entire population. Since not all households are surveyed, the actual population parameter, which we are really interested in, will remain an unknown. On the other hand, the 30% of households that are surveyed is the sample. When conducting the survey, the variable or the characteristic of interest is the size of each household. Since the size is just a head count number, it is quantitative. And head count numbers are whole numbers, so it's discrete. Since absolute zero is involved and multiples in head counts are meaningful, so it's a ratio scale. Based on the sample data, the sample statistics can be computed. From there, we can then use the sample statistics to estimate the population parameter.